All right, welcome along to another episode of the Rated RR podcast. Rish Roshan right here, alongside my usual co-host Ziaul Raushan. Raushan, how are you doing?
I'm good, Rosh. Thank you so much for setting this up for us. For those of you watching us on YouTube, you already can see who our special guests are today. If you are watching us on YouTube, don't forget, subscribe, like, share, Spotify as well. Follow us to get all the good content. Speaking of good content, Rosh, why don't you set it up for us? Who do we have lined up?
Look, I'm really excited for this episode. I have to thank the players that we've got here. I also have to thank Adina at the Football Association of Singapore for all their help with helping us to get this thing going. But without further ado, I'd like to introduce our guest. And basically what we've got, Raushan, is two of our women's national team players here with us, Ernie Sulastri and Nurhidayu Naszri. And really excited to get things going. Welcome to the show, Ernie and Ayu. I trust both of you are doing well. You know, you look great. Lots of smiles. Very happy. Ernie, what have you been up to since the end of the qualifiers? Since you've been back from the qualifiers?
Never stop training. Yeah, we still continue training with club and also back to my work. Yeah, focus on my job.
And Ayu, welcome along to the show as well. We'll get into what you're busy with, but how are you coping since coming back from the qualifiers? Must be great being back home.
Yeah, of course, it's because of the weather change and stuff. I feel like it's good to be back and stuff. But of course, ever since I got back from the qualifier, I actually have to catch up with my schoolwork and stuff. All the assignments is got in here. But yeah, I'm actually doing well. So yeah.
You talk about assignments and all. I don't miss being in school, but work deadlines are pretty tough as well. But are you coming to you about assignments? I understand you're pursuing a video production course at ITE, and being in the media line myself, I'm quite intrigued by that. How are you finding it?
Well, it first started ever since I was a kid. I actually like watching movies and stuff, and also how the behind the scenes. So I thought to myself, okay, maybe one day I want to be part of it. So that's how it started. Then during my free time, I actually, video editing myself, at home and stuff. So after secondary school, then I, there's opportunity for me to actually be part in the industry. So that's how I actually got into the video production course in ITE. Yeah. Although it's hard at first, I could say it's very hard because of how there are a lot of things that I'm unfamiliar with. But then slowly, with the help of my teachers and friends, I'm coping quite well now. Yeah.
You got quite Raushan's quite interested actually with in video production and all that. He's got quite a great background in that. So
she said editing, and I'm like, maybe you can help us edit the podcast or something. I'm kidding. It's great.
To be honest, he's good at it.
Okay. Unfortunately, for those of you listening, you're not sponsored yet, so you can help to us, and then we'll see where we go from there.
Yeah, but then if she comes on to edit the show, Raushan, you'll be out of a job, man. So
I know.
Ernie, let's go to you. And I think before we start talking about the qualifiers and getting a bit of background on both your respective journeys in the game, I wanted to actually ask you about this really interesting program that you're in. Could you tell us about this Singer Champs program that you're working on?
Okay. Singer Champs actually provide a sports enrichment program for kids of all abilities. Yeah, previously we only catered to participants with autism, but we got a few inquiries like they want to send their kids with other diagnoses. Yeah, so right now we are more inclusive, and we design programs that are achievable and fun for our group. So we aim for progression, and ultimately, we would like to improve their quality of life. Yeah.
And why is this program important, Ernie?
Basically, it's just another platform for our youth with autism, with special ability, special needs, to have exposure into sports and like interest in sports, to start get active and also interaction with other peers.
That's fascinating and so good to hear that you spend so much time over something you are passionate about and the wider world should be more passionate about, right? But let's move on to the football itself. Are you coming to you with this? When and why did you get started in football?
I first started playing football back in 2013. it was because I have to choose a CCA in primary school. Yeah, it's compulsory back then. So at that time I was quite lost because there were a lot of CCA to choose. And then I remember back that my dad, he was actively playing football as a hobby, and he got told his children that he dreamed of any of his children to actually play football, like follow his footsteps. So as the oldest, I thought, okay, maybe I take this opportunity, just to follow his footsteps. And then I took it as a CCA, and then from there I actually got interested in it, and came to come to where I am now.
How does your father feel that you're playing for Singapore?
He felt very proud, and I actually because he actually supported me from the start. So he was very proud of me.
And were you surprised? Were you surprised to get that call up to the national team? Because you've been playing at club level, you're playing at schools level, playing for several clubs in your young career so far, and you're through the national youth setup as well. And then getting the call up to the senior national team, did that come as a big surprise to you?
Actually, it was quite a big surprise for me, because when I first joined the national team, like the women's national team, there were a lot of good players. And when I first entered, apparently all the positions were that is booked. There wasn't really space for me to enter. So I was really quite I doubt myself whether I can I be part of the team. But then as slowly, I guess Coach Stephen saw my potential in the team, so he called me up, and I'm thankful for that.
You speak about maybe positions being filled up in that sense. For those who aren't aware, what is your playing position and what's your playing style?
Well, at first, I'm actually a versatile player. So if you put me anywhere, I can play. So originally I played center mid, and then I was pushed to defend left back. But my style of play is just simple. I'm good at reading of the game. So I like to play the true passes to the flank also. So that's kind of thing.
And Ernie, what about you? I saw you laughing there a bit. Do you want to explain why you were giggling first before you tell me about your playing style?
No. It's because of actually he's a center midfielder. Yeah. And then because of this tournament, right, he actually start with a new position, like he playing as a left back, left defender. Yeah. So actually he coped quite well, quite fast. Yeah. And she really played very well.
Wow.
So she had to play left back because you were in central midfield.
No. I also changed my position. Okay, no. So basically, it's just coach tactical aspect lah. Yeah.
So how would you describe your style of play then, Ernie?
For me, I'm more on like defensive mid, ball winner. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, for this tournament, I played centre back. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because as I say, coach tactical aspect.
Yeah. Plus, you've got all that experience of having played for Singapore for many years now. 42 caps, I think you've got for the national team. Can you recall your first appearance for Singapore?
Yeah, if I'm not wrong, in Vietnam. Yeah, that would be my first debut. Yeah. Then the AFF tournament in Vietnam. Yeah, that would be my first.
And that was all the way back in 2010, if I'm not wrong. And since then, 2010, correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Correct.
And 42 caps since. What are some of your favorite memories playing for the national team, wearing that jersey?
To be honest, this is a tough question because every match, every tournament, international tournament is a good memory for me lah. Like always giving my best, and always remember that you never know, right? This will be the last tournament or whatsoever. So I will make it a good memory every tournament. Yeah.
Do you remember making that sort of first appearance in that tournament? How did you feel? Because I'm trying to give you that link between yourself, Ernie, and starting your career so many years ago, and then you've got Ayu, who's coming through and as part of that process as well. what kind of advice do you think you'd be giving to Ayu just starting her international career?
Okay. To be honest, right, when the first time I get to play in the first 11, right, I still remember it felt really thrill and nervous at the same time. Yeah, that was the first time, right? When the first time I came out from the tunnel, and sang the national anthem for a big game. Till now, actually, I've still got goosebumps. Yeah, walking out at the tunnel and also singing the national anthem for the game. Yeah, so of course, every match we will feel nervous. Yeah, but when time goes by, every tournament, every match, every international match will be you'll get used to it lah. Only the first match you will felt that kind of feeling. Yeah.
Yeah. Does that sound familiar to you, Ayu? Is that how you felt?
Yeah, definitely. I still feel it right now, even if I recall it, I still feel it.
Yeah. Okay, Ernie, what about your journey? Let's talk about your journey into football. Why did you get into the sport?
Okay, to be honest, I enjoy all kind of sports. Yeah, it's just that football is just come naturally because of my dad. Yeah, my dad is a goalkeeper. He played for Police FC.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so been watching him since I grew up lah. So watching his matches and all. Yeah, so I fall for football lah. Fall to continue and have this passion to play. Yeah.
And Ernie, since then you've had a couple of spells in Japan as well, and we're seeing more female footballers move overseas these days. What was your experience like?
Experience? In Japan, to be honest, it's very, very, very good experience. I learned a lot of their culture and the team dynamic, philosophy, that tactical, and also how independent they are. Before friendly matches, they actually draw their own lines, carry their own goalposts. So basically, we will reach that stadium 4 hours before. So we need to help to draw the lines and warm up. Okay, for warm up, we actually warm up really, really 1 hour.
Wow.
Yeah, and then we start. Yeah, seriously.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the journey from the stadium, from our place to the stadium is quite far, 4 hours. 4 hours. Bus ride. Yeah.
Wow.
So,
okay. That's rough. That's
yeah.
It's 4 hours to the training ground. Wait, sorry, it's 4 hours to the stadium. Did you say what was it?
Yeah, the friendly matches.
Stadium, yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Or even our match. Yeah.
Okay. And what is involved in that 1 hour warm up that you'll do?
So basically, we will do ultrasound. Those who feel tight or that they have any injury, they will do ultrasound. After ultrasound, they will do muscle activation with bands and some stretches. They stretch a lot, really stretch a lot. And then they will run around the field, and then they will start the normal warm up, and they will play monkey, or they call it rondo. Yeah.
I'm tired just listening to you list out those activities. Right? I don't know how you do it for 1 hour every match as well. No.
Yeah.
How difficult was it to be away from family at that point? Because right? I mean, Japan is close enough, but still you're away from family.
Very, very lonely, and I need to motivate myself. Every day, because you are alone, right? So, yeah, a bit hard lah. But lucky I have some coaching session. Yeah, I do coaching also in Japan.
Okay.
Yeah, it really helped me a lot lah.
Yeah.
You talk about being sorry.
Carry on, Roshan.
You talk about being self-motivated and stuff like that. We spoke earlier about female footballers going abroad, right? What is some advice you can give them, almost having been there, done that?
Been there, done that. For those who are already at overseas, or they are here?
Both, because both of them can be listening to our podcast,
Or those who are in Singapore, trying to go abroad.
Yeah.
You need to dare to dream and believe that dreams do come true. Yeah. And then for those who are there, you need to be very disciplined. Really train hard to be at least part of the team. Like it's not easy. It's very difficult because firstly you're away from family. Secondly, the weather in Japan or even Australia is, it's not the same as Singapore. We were not yet used to it. And then the people, the culture, so you need to adapt very well.
Yeah, and in terms of that adaptation, we'll come to you in a bit. I'm very intrigued here because I think, there's a possibility that, you might one day go overseas as well. So I think I want to get a bit of advice from Ernie. In terms of that adaptation, what kind of steps did you take to sort of adjust to playing in a foreign country?
To be honest, before I step out to play in Japan, I train with the boys. I train with the under 14, under 15 Warriors. I play with, I train with Sandpet School. Basically, these few coaches who help me, like Coach Siva, Coach Arasu, Coach Karim. There's a few coaches who help me through this journey. So I train every day, not only football training. I would train strength training also, gym, and also do my own fitness training. So not only that, before that, I will learn. I pick up Japanese language. So I start doing coaching with Shoot Japan, and also GFA Japan, so that I'm able to communicate with the Japanese kids. So when I'm there, right, like I'm able to at least communicate with them.
Fantastic.
So this is the steps that I took before I went there.
Yeah, that's brilliant insight. Brilliant insight. I think we're seeing as well more female footballers from Singapore going abroad and, trying to play overseas, which is absolutely brilliant to see. I think it's incredible. Some of them are going to Australia and then they're working part-time there as well. Some, going to, we've seen City go to Japan and have a spell there. We're seeing some go to the US and then they're studying and they're playing at the same time. Is that something that you are thinking about pursuing, perhaps going overseas and pursuing your career somewhere else?
If there's an opportunity for me to, play overseas, of course, yes, I would play.
But are you actively sort of trying to seek this out? Is this actively one of your goals, one of your targets moving forward? When you think about your career plan, perhaps, is this something that it is in your plan and it's something that you are actively wanting to try and do?
It is one of my career ambition for me.
Any dream countries you might have? I knew Rosh will go for that.
I was gonna go actually.
Actually, she wants to go Korea. She wants to go Korea.
That one for holiday or for career?
Both.
She wants to go to Korea.
Boyfriend also at Korea.
Speaking of which, are you into that Korean culture quite a bit?
I am. It's one of the reasons why I want to go Korea. So
from my perspective, I don't know. Recently, for some reason, on YouTube, no, not Squid Game. Squid Game is quite an interesting show, but not Squid Game. I've come across this group of like 7 or 8 guys. I don't know. They're quite popular. I don't know. Maybe you can help me out. Are you with the name? They sing the what? Smooth like butter.
BTS.
Like criminal undercover. Smooth like that, right? That's all.
Yes.
I don't even know Roshan had this side to him until 2 minutes ago, guys. Guys, let's bring it back. Let's bring it back to football before Roshan gets too excited. Ernie, when you look at the women's game here, from when you started and now, how much improvement has there been in terms of development, quality of play, clear pathways?
To be honest, there's a lot of improvement. Like during my time, there's no even a CCA, like football CCA in our school. But right now we got like a lot of school like having a girls CCA for football. Like primary school, secondary school, JC, polytechnic, uni. So which is good. And not only that, I think football academies are now accepting to have girls football, women's football in their curriculum. So which is, I think, is a very good development pathway for our girls, for our girls football. And for tournament wise, I think we should, expose more tournament for matches like in our league in Singapore. Yeah, I think we need to expose that more. Yeah, so that we can develop more women's football.
Okay. I want to come to you because you're a young player coming through, and Ernie has described all those pathways and things like that. Did you feel supported? Do you feel there was enough support for you as a young player?
Yes, I definitely feel very supported throughout the journey. Like my coaches, because through like my friends and stuff, they known me for always going for national training. Like priority is national training. Like if they ask me to hang out and stuff, and then at the same day I got training, I'll say sorry, I have to go training. So because of that, they always have been like supporting me, and like they told me that they want to see me go far. Like they really want to see me go far, and not only them but also my family and my teachers as well. So because of that, also the amount of support that I received throughout my journey lead me to where I am now. So yeah.
And did you find that there was a clear sort of pathway for you as a player? There were good opportunities for you to play?
Yeah, I could see that there's a really good pathway for me, to play as a footballer.
Ernie, you mentioned that tournament football, the need for more, I guess, competitive settings to raise the standard. I'm guessing that's what you were alluding to. But coming back to the recent Women's Asian Cup qualifiers, right? It's a tournament game, right? How did the team prepare for the campaign?
Our coach really emphasized a lot of team work. So working as a team together. So he will always have team building games in between our sessions, and also he prepare us with a psychological talk, from SSI. So he catered that for us. So he always emphasized before you're able to play together in the field, firstly you need to have that strong bond together, understand each other, before you're able to play as a team on the field. So really worked, because I felt that the previous tournament, our team dynamic is really good, and also the team bonding really, very good. So plus that, right? Put that. So basically, team bonding and team working together as a team, including his structure of his philosophy and play is really aligned. Which is he really prepared very well for this tournament. Yeah.
And in terms of on the pitch, in terms of trainings and things like that, what was the scheduling like? How many times did you all train, and like how many hours did you sort of spend together training as a team in preparation for the competition?
We train actually 6 times a week.
Wow.
So
okay.
Monday to Friday is field work, then Saturday or Sunday will be our gym session. Yeah. Wow. This will be like, I think 1 month before tournament. Is it that?
I see.
Are you correct?
Yeah, 1 month before.
Right. Then before that 1 month, I think 3 times or 2 to 4 times a week. Yeah.
Okay. That's interesting. That's quite a lot of work going on into the preparations and things like that. I don't even think Raushan works that hard in his job.
To be honest, we really start a bit later, because of the SMM. At first we start in groups of 5, then 8, then back to Zoom, and then coach really fought quite hard, like to asking them to be able to let us play as a team, train as a team.
I imagine. Sorry, carry on, Ernie.
I think 3 months or 4 months that we train together as a team.
I imagine there must have been lots of challenges, in the build up to this, Raushan.
I think that point Ernie makes about SMM measures and all that is often forgotten, right? That we are still living under pandemic circumstances.
Yes.
And as much as I complain that I cannot go out and makan with my friends, I can't imagine not having the ability to train together as a team going into a tournament, and how hard the coach had to fight to make it possible, right? That's good to hear.
Yeah.
And also along the way, we learned going into the tournament that the team would only have to compete with Indonesia, have Indonesia to compete against rather, and then North Korea and Iraq dropped out, right? Due to the pandemic as well. So what was the thinking like around the squad when you found out that it's only Indonesia, but you are only playing Indonesia?
Are you going to go first?
It was
Yes.
actually we are quite relieved that two of the team actually got off, because like during that month we actually work for each country, like this country we play like
Okay.
this type of thing. But then now that two of them out, we feel like very relieved, and that we only have to focus on one team, and because of that also we like, it's a great opportunity for us to actually use this to qualify for the AFC tournament after so many years. Yeah.
And I mean, I think when you look at those games, there were two close defeats to against Indonesia, and they are a higher ranked team. Could you give us some insight, Ernie, as to what the approach was? You mentioned strategy and things like that. What was the approach going into both those games?
I don't know whether we can share this. Yeah, but okay, like just a bit of it. Basically, we play more on. His plan is actually for this tournament is firstly the structure of our team. Yeah, 4-3-3, right? That shape. Yeah, because to be honest, I felt that we learned a lot from him about the formation and structure and the block, defending block and attacking block. Yeah. So with that, right, we really applied that a lot during the tournament, 2 tournaments, which is like he really happy because that's what he want to see. Yeah. For first step for us, especially for our women's team, because previously before this tournament, like maybe for the past few years back, we've been playing, just like, I don't say it's not structure, it's just that a bit not in that position. Yeah, we tend to lose out from our position. Yeah, not staying at our position. So we just like press, and not in that nice block to defend together as a team. So basically our his strategy is like to play a defensive block first. Yeah, once we win the ball, we counter. Yeah.
Okay, I want to come. I definitely want to come to Coach Stefan in a bit, because I think there's a lots of things that he's mentioned that I want to touch on as well, and I'll bring both of you into it a little bit later on. You mentioned learning from the campaign, Ernie. I want to get your opinions, both of you, on this. We'll start with Ayu. What did you learn as a young player from this qualifying campaign?
What I learned from this qualifying campaign is that although the result that we wanted, it wasn't achieved, I could really see how each of us played for the country and how we are all determined to actually win it. And like also what Ernie said, this team is very bonded. And also throughout the tournament, I saw how I realized that without the team that's united, you can't really play a 11-side game. Yeah, that's what I learned.
Ernie, what about you?
I felt that now this campaign we learn, as in personally I learned that this team really show determination, resilient during the match itself. Like we really fight for each other lah. So like let's say if let's say our friend like get beaten or whatsoever, right, we really covered each other very well. Yeah. So we were really actually behind each other back. Yeah. So I like this team spirit. Yeah, it's really good. Yeah.
Okay. Let's move on to Stefan then. Ayu, what was it like for you as a young player? Getting to play under Stefan.
At first I joined quite a bit later than Ernie, like because of I was in under 19 first, so I came in later. But then at first I didn't quite understand him because of I'm quite new also. But then slowly as I come to training and learn his style of teaching, I never felt so organized in my life before. His way of doing training is like very, very organized. So because of that also, it actually helped me as a player to be more organized and be more alert. And yeah, I'm actually very thankful that he is like my coach and stuff. Yeah, I learned a lot from him also.
And Ernie, for you, you've been in it for so long. What's your thoughts on Stefan and the impact he has had on you?
Um, like I said from the start, right? He like what you shared. He's very organized, very structured. Before the training, he will explain what he's gonna do for the training session. He will show the board and everything and explain. And he really break down the session, like from the first day he took us till the tournament. The flow of his session really worked very well. Yeah, until at the end of the tournament, like we understand that okay, this is what he want actually. So we actually achieve of like his session plan. Like he want that block. Yeah, I think this block thingy, like if I'm not wrong, I watched that a lot during Euro Cup, the Euro tournament. Yeah, so I watched that a lot. So when I saw his plan, his session, I said, oh, I think he's trying to let us adapt to this new football. Like new football. Can I say
Philosophy?
a philosophy? Yes,
Yeah.
and also like the game plan, the gameplay. Yeah. So I think I learned a lot lah. I learned a lot from him. Yeah. I think the team also learned a lot about the blocks and everything, which really good for us to continue in future. If let's say if we have another coach, or even if we play in a club level. Yeah. So when we play that match, at least we got that understanding of that blocks. Yeah.
I got a few heavy duty questions for you all now, so I hope you're ready for it.
Okay.
Stefan, he mentioned when he came in that he wants to bring up the level of the team so that they can compete at regional and international level. This selection for the squad at the recent qualifiers, so he thought there was a good mix of young players, of experienced players, and there was an eye on looking ahead at to tournaments to come in terms of development of the team overall. Ernie, perhaps you're best placed to answer this because you've got a lot more experience in the game. How far away are we from competing at on that regional level or even on the international level in terms of future qualifiers? How do we sort of get there then? So this is a kind of a double-barrel question. I'm sorry I'm putting this on you, but try your best to answer it if you can.
Okay. Let's start from like step by step first. Okay.
Let's do it.
For this tournament, I felt that the FA really support us a lot. Like now we have a media like Adina helping us, and then it create a lot of awareness for the women's team right now. Much better because right now I think they know who are the players in the national team, and also we have, for the first time, we have a broadcast, like live broadcast of our matches, which really like thankful to the FA that they really support us right now and really like want to see us develop and like grow this women's team in Singapore. Yeah, for the regional wise, I mean I think we are okay. We are not that far apart. I mean, like, to be honest, like okay, it's just that how it's difficult because every time our national team set up, we always change the players, the coaches. Yeah. So it's a bit hard for us to have that sustainability to play to have that chemistry to play together as a team, and then every year we need to learn and adapt from a new player. We need to know what kind of style, yeah. So it's a bit hard for us to able to be to play together as a team, and also like play in the international tournament, whereby I know like Philippines and Malaysia, they've been keeping this team for so long, and they just like bringing a few young players in, okay, to groom the young players for the tournament. Yeah, so it's not wrong at all. Like whatever Singapore doing right now, like totally I support, like because of course calling actually a good mixture of our players in Singapore team, like national team for the women's team, like a lot of young players and also veteran. And to be honest, if let's say this team, the current team, like continue to play for the next tournament, regional tournament, maybe we got chance to play to show good result. Yeah. Because like I say, this is the first time that I felt that this team is really shown a good team spirit, determination and resilience. Yeah. So I felt like, yeah, we should continue with this team and play together. Yeah.
Sorry, I just want to ask at this point, you mentioned the increased coverage, you mentioned social media, you mentioned being broadcasted. I saw it for myself all across Instagram, right? And Facebook as well. But I'll come to you first. Is that added pressure almost? Do you like that sort of pressure when a bit of expectation is involved?
I mean, of course, yes, I feel a lot more pressure than last time, because of how now a lot of people actually see, oh, there's a national women team in Singapore, and like we need to give like a certain expectation for them, and because of that also, put a lot of pressure on each of us, and like how Ernie said before, Coach Stefan actually helped us a lot in terms of like our mentality and stuff. So before the game, like he would also like show us videos, like encouragement and stuff to encourage us and not to put a lot of pressure on the video coverage they're giving on us right now. So yeah.
I think, Ernie, it's interesting because you mentioned the stability and things like that. And you brought up lots of really great points about things that are done in terms of the positives and what we're doing well at the moment. What the FA is doing well at the moment, sort of to try and grow the game. Is there anything else that you both would like to see in terms of improvements or support going forward, aside from perhaps the need for stability? Ernie, we'll start with you and then we'll go to IU.
Maybe to start our women's league first.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think it's been 2 years that we stopped playing women's league. Yeah, which it really affect our national team a lot lah. Yeah, because we didn't play 11-a-side matches for so long, right? And then you enter this tournament, UFC qualifying round, which is quite hard for us. Yeah, if we can start our women's league like the earlier the better. So that to prepare for our next tournament. Yeah. So because like I felt that like right now the men's league, we already started the men's league since last year, right? Yeah. So it affect a lot of the women's club players because they have no motivation to train even, because of there's no league, there's no purpose of training if there's no tournament, right? So I think it's important to have league, women's league in Singapore to start.
Fantastic. You got anything to add?
Maybe like like what she said, matches and tournament. Like also, I think I could be training camps and stuff. It'd be great for us to add that on, and I think like that will also like give like how to say, it will really affect us a lot, like in a good way if we add that or add those things on. Yeah, so I can really grow to become a better team.
Yeah. Look, I mean, it was I know me personally, we want to see that game growing as well, and I'm glad, Ernie, that and you both of you are bringing up some important points and ways that we can help grow the game and move it forward. Okay, heavy duty questions done now. Raushan, shall we?
I was just about to say, enough with the pressure, Rosh. Can we crank it down a little and have a bit of fun? So, guys, we're almost out of time here, but you guys cope with the high pressure questions. Lovely. Ernie, sorry, you were saying.
Oh, I want to add on the women's.
Yeah, please. Carry on. Yes, please.
Sorry, pressure back on. Go on.
Yeah,
please.
If possible, can we just like have that professional league for the women's team? I know it's very, very hard, but if we can start that, like, like maybe we can have a better quality of players. Yeah, because once you are a professional, you need to give 100% during training and everything, right? So you can focus. So you no need to, like for all of us, for the women's team, they are actually schooling or working outside, right? And then they turn up for training at 7 and then train, like it's very difficult, basically because of our mental strength. You're already tired, from work and school. Then after that you attend training. I know that you need to give 100% during training, but sometimes, like when you are tired, because of you like the entire day that you've been like working and schooling, it really different lah. Like your body perform and react differently. Yeah. So if we can, will be good if we can switch to professional women league. Yeah. Maybe not now, maybe in future, like for the younger generation. Would be good for Ayu.
I really feel so much passion for the game. I mean, I know we are laughing at the end of it and stuff like that, but some of the points you bring up speaks volumes of how much you guys want to achieve, and that's lovely to hear, really. Okay, can I decrease the pressure now and have a bit of fun?
Sure.
Rosh, you want to take it away with this one?
Oh, okay. Yeah, look, I've just thoroughly enjoyed the conversation so far and all the topics that have been brought up and all the insight that both Ernie and Ayu have given us. But okay, since you say let's have a bit of fun, let's have a bit of fun. Okay, let's
don't start singing, huh?
Let's take it easy. Don't start singing. Nobody has told me what is that band's name. Ayu, what is the name of that band?
Yes.
Smooth like butter. BTS.
Yeah.
Bangkok Training System or something, right?
Can also.
Yeah, okay, no, that was a joke. Sorry, it's a dad joke. Okay, let's get into it since we're running out of time as well. Do you have a favorite local player? Ernie, we'll start with you.
Legend or current?
Why don't you name one current and one legend? And can be from men's or women's game, by the way. It's up to you.
You mean in Singapore, right? Or
yeah, in Singapore.
So current would be Song from LCS.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
And then of course
are you also agreeing Song?
The legend will
the
be
Korean connection must be.
Sorry, because for legend, right? I think are you gonna answer this also, Fandi Ahmad?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Basically, I'm really when I'm young, right? I really watch Fandi Ahmad matches. All his matches I watch, even in if they travel to KL and whatsoever, right? Me and my family really travel to KL just to watch that match. Yeah. So we are really fanatic of Fandi Ahmad. Yeah. I'm a big fan. Yeah.
Are you anybody different you want to add, or are those two your favorite as well?
Yeah, those two are my favorite.
Okay.
Song also.
Korean connection, I'm sure.
No, he's good. He's very good player.
Any favorite overseas players, active players, of course?
For me personally, Cristiano Ronaldo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Rosh won't like that, but sure.
I'm sorry.
No, it doesn't matter what I like. Don't worry about it. You.
Oh, this one not Korean. Like it's Sun, but it's not Korean related. Like,
Son Heung-min. Okay, Son Heung-min.
I really like him as a player. How he's very humble and he's very consistent in his play also. Yeah.
Okay.
Any favorite coaches in world football?
Alex Ferguson.
Ernie's clearly a United fan. I think we'll get along just fine. Are you?
For me, I don't really have any favorite coaches.
Okay.
Just now is the perfect time to say Stefan, man. Are you?
Stefan.
All right. Is there any dream club that y'all would like to play for?
Oh my God! Of course we have. I think I don't know. Are you? Do you have?
For me, any club. Call me. I play.
Okay, I think the women's team, Arsenal. Yeah.
Okay, Arsenal. Okay.
Yeah.
Women's team they have. Okay, moving on. Do you have a favorite local team then?
Of course, LCS.
LCS lah.
Hey,
Both of you
you
LCS,
I'm not convinced.
kepo lah you.
Confirm, are you?
Ayo.
LCS?
Yeah, LCS.
You should choose Albirex, okay, or something like that.
And also, I don't really mind.
Like kidding.
You know, wait, I think last time when I used to play, we used to have a Korean team, Super Reds. Maybe that time when if Ayu was around, then as a footballer, as a supporter, she would have picked Super Reds. But now LCS, okay lah, LCS.
Okay, final question. We'll go to Ayu first. Can you tell us a little known fact about yourself? Something that will shock the listeners.
I don't know if this is shocking, but like I like cats but then
Okay.
I scared of them.
Oh. Oh.
Like
How-
I want to touch them, so I scared. But I like, yeah,
Do you have cats in your house?
no. I don't care.
Okay.
Can you?
Okay.
Okay. Ayu, sorry, one request. Can you sing one line, one chorus from a Korean song for us? Maybe Smooth Like Butter.
She can dance actually.
No,
Cannot.
Just sing one line lah, one line.
One line lah.
smooth like butter.
Well done.
Class.
Well done.
That was good.
Okay, now Ernie, you must sing.
I don't know Korean song. I don't know any Korean song.
Oh, any songs you can.
Okay, Ernie, little known fact about yourself.
I like hikes actually. I love abseiling, rock climbing. Yeah. So if you ask me to abseil like from high up, I don't mind. I'm not scared. Yeah, I really like it. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
brilliant.
You say
All
what?
right. What? Sorry, Ayu, what was that?
No, like, she says she's not scared. Okay, I see.
Yeah. don't push me down lah.
Oh man, too much
This
fun.
is-
Too much fun. Too much
Yeah.
fun. Anything else, Raushan? Before we end things off.
Nothing from me. Ernie, Ayu, thank you so much for spending time with the Rated RR podcast. We've enjoyed having you. We've enjoyed learning so much about your game, your craft, and your passion for it. So thank you again. Rosh, you want to take us home?
Well, I think you said it all perfectly, man. All that's left for me to do is say goodbye. Raushan, pleasure working with you again. Ernie, really great to have your insight, and Nurhidayu Naszri as well. Thank you so much, the two of you, for joining us, and we'll be keeping an eye out on your career moving forward, and hopefully we get the things that you've both asked for. Thanks again. Thank you for listening in. Thank you for tuning in. It's goodbye from us here. Rich, Roshan, Ryan, Xiao, Raushan, signing off.